No, you should have been did that. You ain't gotta do nothing typing now. You're good. Go put it back.
Should have known better than to think I could. Looks good, bro.
Not much, man. Just jigging today. Just jigging.
Sir,
Awesome.
I completely agree. Hold up. I just got a notification
Yeah,
about this live.
yeah. I'm like, whoa, the dope nerd. Oh, that's us.
Uh, we look good in the drop down. I just wanna, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, bro. I'm
hope y'all
surprised
can
they let
see.
us keep that.
Um,
Our logo up.
artistic, you know, what you call it, like
Yeah,
whatever.
that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. So, yo, what's up, everybody? We are the Dope Nerds. I'm Q, and
You
together we form
2/3 of
the Dope Nerds. So, yeah, episode 7.
7, bro. I feel like we're flying through these. Like they feel short, but is it really 7?
Yeah, yeah. I had to, man. I was arguing. I was actually arguing with Ken. I'm like, bro, no, I just watched episode 6, bro. He's like, no, Dad, it's episode 7. I'm
I
like,
came in here. I had it on the title. He was like, "Hey, yo," um, he was nice to me.
you know how kids be. They'd be like, yeah, yeah, I'm right, and you wrong because and you, I get to rub it in your face because you the oldest. Like you older than me. You supposed to
Yo,
know all that. Yeah, I'd be ready to punch a kid in the throat, but it's okay.
I almost called the kid a jit the other day.
No man.
This close to sounding old, bro.
Yeah, he was making fun of me before we got on here because I said lollygagging. Because
Bro.
my children were moving extremely slow. It's like lollygagging, and that I guess that's old news. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Uh, so episode 7 of She-Hulk takes place uh the morning after. Well, no, there's a couple dates ahead.
Yeah, there's a couple dates going on. Listen, I'm gonna pull them up my notes right now, but I was like, "Yo, this feels like rom com level. These dates are like
Mm.
cute, effective." Like, I was invested. I forgot what show I was watching.
Yeah, bro, and especially the way gave you that sense of, oh, this is like different. It's romanticism at its finest. Like, I
Yes.
want you to come in, but I'm not gonna let you come in because it's the 90-day rule thing. You know what I mean? Uh,
My-
and go figure, the third date. If there's a third date, that's normally when,
statistically,
yeah,
also this was my favorite. The close the door. Such a good date. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Come back.
yeah.
Damn,
And he really took off, bro. She ain't
bro.
walked that far into the door.
That's my second note. He was gone. That's what
Yeah.
I said.
Yeah, he definitely took off, but how about that Josh character? So something was just off about him, and I know they tried to mask it as best they could, but something was just off about him.
I honestly went back to episode 3 or 4. Even she mentions episode 3 or 4 for other reasons, but I was like,
Hmm.
was he one of the people? Like, I was like, ain't no way. So I'm going back. He's not like
Hmm.
visually, but I'm like, and then when they start the show, when they rehash the most important things that matter to this episode, I was like, why are they bringing that up again?
Yeah, yeah, and that was the one thing that I like. Oh, it's gonna happen because they were talking about the what's the group, the Intellienza, in the last episode. Intellienza. I'm sorry.
Intelligente. I think it's just intelligence in Spanish, intelligente, but which is weird because there's nothing Spanish here.
No, but there is in the Marvel comics, but we'll talk about that in a second. But I definitely said it wrong. I apologize.
Eh,
Uh,
we're learning together.
it was in the episode 6. They talked about it, but they brought it up, and then whatever. And then episode 7, now we're seeing that kind of pay off. But I don't want to jump too far ahead.
Oh wait, actually, real quick, let me just pull out my notes for episode 6. I just want to quick gloss over it. Nope, that's 5. Maybe I didn't take notes because I couldn't be in the thing.
Oh yeah, we didn't even do one last week.
Oh man.
But episode 6, she gets invited to the wedding.
That's right. She's asked not to be herself, or all of herself, I should say, by a friend from high school who was the more athletic, prettier person that you wanted to be. That's that's how she described it. And that's where she meets Josh. And so like that last episode was just for viewing pleasure. It felt like I didn't take a lot of notes. Like
it was like okay, this setting up the groundwork, and then we see Titania pop up like, oh, we know why you're here because this isn't over.
Yeah, and she says it.
Yeah,
I said it last time. Bro, and I'm so glad that she wasn't completely awful. She's like, I don't want to fight you. Like, it also helped us separate Jen from She-Hulk, but she's like, I want to fight She-Hulk.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I don't have a problem with you. I have a problem with you. That whole duality thing where it's, ooh, should I go there?
You can. This isn't a long episode. We don't have too many notes. I think it's beautiful. Oh, wait,
it's the black white guy thing.
That we were talking about. Yep. It's
so. Hey, I didn't know that was like a microaggression until just recently. I just knew it made me feel wrong because I'm the black white guy because I like anime and stuff like that. That's what they say. But the moment that I get out of pocket, now you guys look at me differently.
You hulking out.
Now y'all look at me as if I'm the monster. And we have a whole thing about monsters as of recently, but we'll save that for later.
We did talk about it a little bit, but you're absolutely right. I thought you were going to say something else, and I already forgotten it because it's so small by comparison. But I think she does say or someone says it in episode 6 and in 7. It's kind of intimidating, like she didn't do anything intimidating. She's just a little bit larger. She's a little bit darker. She's a little bit more toned. And so, sorry, that's the dope nerd. See, like, anywho, yeah, I appreciate the conversations that she has. She's like, really? Okay. And she still goes back to Jen, which is, code switching, quite literally what we do real life, but also for the CG thing. So that's a lot of wordplay there. Step back because that little shivers, little nerd shivers.
It's just one of those things, man. This series, I mean, I know it's mostly directed. I mean, it's for fans. It's definitely fan service, but it's directed towards the injustices that women have to face on a daily basis. But I cannot help but make the comparison between the injustices that women have, more specifically Black women and Black men, people of our color and our demeanor.
People who we identify with. Like, I recognize that.
Yeah, it's like, can you not come in here and sag your pants? This is like my day. Can you not come in here with your Jordans on? Can you please dress a little bit differently? Those type of things were in episode 6, and it did. I'm like, oh, okay, wow. I just had this conversation
recently.
Like, oh god.
One of my things that I personally do is I always dress down with my shoes. If y'all don't know me, I have very large shoes. You can guess the size if you want to play a game. If you know me, you're not allowed to play. Simple as that. In the comments. I'll let you know if you're right though. But I have dress shoes now, but before my feet were growing so fast, I just didn't keep them. So I always had, when I had a suit, sneakers. That's what I do. And if somebody asks me, you don't got no dress shoes? I'm like, I didn't want to wear them, whether I had them or not. I'm like, no, this
Mm.
is my choice. This is my choice, regardless of any situation. Back off. I look good. You're a hater. Just because I can move in my shoes and I can dance a little bit better than you at this wedding, don't get mad at me. Oh my God, Kat. I just heard you throw up. Please go away.
Yeah.
I love you though.
No, they were like people used to look at me like that because I always wore sneakers with my dress clothes. I still do to this day.
Well, one of the things.
If it hadn't been for your wedding and the dress code, I would not own a pair of dress shoes at all.
Listen, I only said for us, the 3 men up front, we gotta do it to the T. That even I had dress shoes. That was the one
time. But yeah, so it was just definitely. I mean, people always want to water us down for some reason.
Oh, that's the one. Water us down. Wow. Literally a painted image. We're being painted, acrylics and oils, and getting watered down. The beauty is toned down. Sorry, y'all. I gotta give them props for that on the fly. Beautiful.
Thank you. But back to episode 7.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, right. So from the drive down, from being initially left on red, no, delivered. It didn't even say red. I took pictures, bro. I was like,
no, yeah, it what we call it today, ghosted. Back then, it just called. We didn't. What
did we call it, bro?
Yeah, hold on. Oh well, for us, I guess we kind of just shrugged our shoulders and was OTN.
Sir, don't put us on like you. I feel like you're carbon dating us for real. Don't do that. Don't. Oh, I took a picture of their text too. He was like, "What's your address?" Or I guess I could just drive around your neighborhood screaming your name. And she's like, "How do you know what neighborhood I live in?" And he says, "Be right back. Gonna drive around." And then I think it says everywhere in LA. And she's like, "Ha ha," and she sends it to him. That's the text from in the very beginning, before the 3 dates, right? I took a picture because I was like, zoom, like, I want to read everything. There's an actual address on there, but they block out right before the word avenue so that you don't go looking because fans are crazy.
Yeah, they definitely would. That's why a lot of numbers. Well, tidbit. A lot of numbers in shows are always 555 555
Yo, so one time there was. I'm sorry. Side note. One time, I don't even want to mention this person, but my extended family, an in-law who's doesn't matter, called somebody because their phone number was in a music video and it went through, and then like they had to change it because it was real. They used their real phone instead of a prop and a real number.
Mike Jones.
That was another. No, we are not talking about those dial services.
284-330-8004. Call Mike Jones. Don't actually call Michael Jones. Mike Jones, bro. No, he did put his phone number in there, and you could call him. I never did it, but some kids I was in middle school with did it.
Absolutely, I'd have called him. I mean, for fun, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Have a good day." No habla inglés.
Yeah.
I don't speak English. I would have said it in English.
Yeah.
Let's see. Biggest thing that was skipped in the very first couple minutes: female lawyer of the year.
Yeah.
Just skip right past that.
And I think the fact that it never even. Wait, let me backtrack real quick to the waking up part. The waking up when she's waking up. He's gone completely. Not in the kitchen, getting breakfast or anything. He's out of there.
I thought that's what he was going to be doing. I was like, he's.
That's what I'm like. Okay, yeah. This is our very romantic episode, but something just ain't right. Something's not sitting right with me. But maybe it was just me being a hater at the time, because I'm like, and that's my woman crush Wednesday. It's Thursday, so my woman crush today too.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, so that's probably me just hating a little bit. I'm sorry.
Nah, I understand. I was like, I'm too gullible, so let me watch what he does. I was like, I can't find anything wrong.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
then he left it.
yeah, but I, sometimes like the walk of shame happens. If you guys know that the code for that, then you guys know what I'm talking about. The walk of shame will happen, or the escape will
Well,
happen.
I thought he was at the retreat. I was hoping he was. I don't know why.
All right, I really okay. I'm like, all right, something's off about how he left because normally, like, when you are that invested in somebody, if you leave, you normally leave a note or something like that.
Yeah, I had to go
A
to work.
text message. Yeah.
Anything.
Or they get up and you're like there getting, but he left in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the end of the episode, but I was
Yeah.
like, damn it, man. I thought he was abducted by Sakaar or something. I thought he was going to be. Nah, he's just a.
Because that road that she was driving on to go to the retreat did look like the road.
Yeah, and why was she like looking down and driving? Haven't we learned? Didn't she just crash to a spaceship? Like,
yeah, no, she definitely did not learn. But that part threw me off, and then she's texting him. I can't stop smiling.
Immediately.
It definitely it was kind of triggering to me. It's kind of triggering.
Yep.
Not gonna. I mean that's personal, but it was kind of triggering.
We acknowledge those relationships and be honest, simple. Like if you're just gonna go somebody like, I had a great time, goodbye, something like something.
Not that. It was just one of those things, and then so we go through like this montage of her waiting for his response back to
yoga, working out, eating breakfast, bro. The cereal.
And nothing. And that's when I'm like, yo, it was definitely like a look into the mirror. Like, was I that person at one point in time? Like, and this is personal, so don't just disregard. Like, don't judge me. I'm not that guy no more. But at some point in time, I think every gentleman on the planet, some more than others, I'll admit that, was this guy. And
I would like to have my lawyer present.
Yeah, don't answer.
I'm just kidding.
I'm switching on myself. But
yeah,
once I realized what I was doing, like the effect it had on certain people, that's when I changed. So, and I don't ever want to be that person. I mean, never wanted to be that person. It was never my intention to be that person. But this guy, this was his intention the entire time.
Mission.
That's such a great word because terminology from our day and our time was what's the mission. But I'm dating ourselves. Like I'm overaging ourselves.
Listen, there is. Oh, I forgot to put that thing back on. Oh, that's me. I was saying hello to folks. Put this back on because I'm gonna turn it off for a second. You know what? No, I can't share that here because that was actually under investigation in my high school. We're gonna let that one go. I'll tell you after.
All right.
But yeah, man, I think the funnier part were the superpowered people that broke her car again. By the way, what does her insurance say every time she calls? Like, I'm tired. I would be tired,
bruh. Okay, that part of it was so funny to me because the man bull is a comedian who goes by the name of Nathan Hurd, and you can follow him on TikTok. He's albino.
No, that is not him.
Yeah, bro. I didn't even look. I didn't even have to look it up. As soon as I heard the voice, I was like, "Oh, I know that guy."
Bro, are you?
I'm so serious.
I love that dude.
He's hilarious. I would love to talk to him, just to hear his stories. And not he doesn't even have, like, he's just naturally one of those guys that are funny.
That makes sense now.
When I saw him, I'm like, oh my god, they really went. That's perfect casting. One, because he's a comedian, and I do believe all those guys who are in the four, that's what I'll call them.
Yeah. El Aguila and the vampire.
Yeah. Sar something. I can't remember.
I thought they were gonna say Sauron. I was like, yo, chill.
Oh, dude.
and Scorpion? No, Porcupine. Jesus.
Yeah, Porcupine.
Scorpion.
Which is actually a newer actor, Hugh. He did a lot of things in theater. Sarkhan is the vampire guy.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy who plays Porcupine's name is Jordan Aaron Ford. He did a lot of theater stuff, so Marvel, he's over there.
I mean, I'm just looking through. Oh my gosh.
How am I gonna do this? Nope, that's the other way. Okay. Nope. Okay, that's not working either. All right.
No, I see him though. I wish we could post it, but I see. Lawrence David Turner, damn.
Yeah, and I thought it was super dope to see these guys interact, because some of these guys are into like did the research afterwards. Porcupine is actually a villain of Ant-Man and the Wasp, tying in that Quantum Mania thing. Man Bull is Daredevil, tying in that. Sarkhan is Blade.
Of course. I don't know how I didn't even think of. All right, I'm done.
So
here's my nerd card. Bye.
And then what was the other one? I can't pronounce that guy's
El Aguila, or the Eagle in Spanish. Or
he is tied into Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
Okay.
So that all those, it's all coming, like they're planting the little seeds and everything. But there's no. They said in the article that I read that there's 3 porcupines, and this version of the porcupine is Alexander Gentry.
You have to show me that later. I'm down to find out who that is, because I'm not familiar with these people at all. But I will say this: I feel like they were specifically chosen not just because they were part of those things that they're trying to connect, but because of the metaphors that they have in group therapy, like the bull, stubborn, identity crisis. Oh no, he's not the identity crisis. That's the eagle. But the bull is stubborn and he's codependent. He can't do anything alone. That's another. Actually, that's a Taurus vibe, but. Anywho, he in therapy, that's hard. Shut up. The eagle, he's like America. He's prideful. He does what he can, and he takes people under his wing. Like, he was starting to be friends with the bull. And it was coming too much. Very metaphorical. And that's how it's in group therapy too. Like, you don't want to solve your own problems. You want to help people with theirs, which is also another metaphor. Anywho, another big thing. Porcupine speaks for itself. He's covered in bricks, didn't want to take off his costume, didn't want to really talk about himself for basically the whole episode. Another metaphor for group therapy. Like, I'd rather put up literally this barrier and keep it a part of me. I have this barrier because this is and this. I have this costume, And who's watching? Drinks all his blood.
Yeah. Sarkhan.
He just might not be good at any kind of relationship, because he literally sucks the life out of him. That's what I get from that, because I'm like, he's the only one I'm working on.
But then we have the worker.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I forget his name, because they said it in the earlier episode, but him, he's just like a catalyst. He's so far in therapy, he doesn't even need to be there anymore. But he's like, this is good for me. Good. But you're kind of taking a seat of somebody who could. I mean, it's a retreat. You pay for these things. So.
Yeah, but like the craziest thing, and he did say abomination. I was looking at the background, and what Obama Stay was one of the things in the background. And I'm like, that's great. And then they had another thing. It was like today is today.
Yes.
And so as I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, like I've heard today is like now. Tomorrow is tomorrow, and yesterday is gone. You know what I'm saying? I've heard that before. But today is today. That was specifically chosen for a certain thing, but I can't tell what it is.
I think it's great because it feels, by comparison, coming from Abomination, cheesy, but it's not. That's a very deep thought. Like you're like, yeah, today's day. No, today is today. Like you stop, you think about it, and that's what they mentioned. Silent retreats earlier in the episode, and I looked it up. It's literally silent. You do all these things silent. You're disconnected from media, blah blah blah. So you have time to reflect. I mean, you're still like going to spas, eating, doing your thing, but it's so that you have time inside your head to positively reflect and grow. And I was like, that's dope. I don't think I would pay for that, but if like it's just provided, or if you pay after, depending, like a donation thing, maybe. I was like, wow.
Man, yeah, you never know how much of a disconnect there is between yourself and yourself until there's no Wi-Fi.
Bro, one bar.
One. Yeah, bro. No, and that's when we get the construction worker attacker guy who got his ass kicked, and he walks in and then they get into it. But then during the therapy session, I thought this was very interesting. Sarah or Sarah Can, whatever you want to say it. But it's SARACAN. I'm sorry. He says, or maybe he just wanted your blood. And the camera pan, like it focuses in on him, and he's like, or maybe not, like like, bro, just tell her you're here.
Yeah, this would have been the point to tell her, but I think it was great that she also looked at him, because she didn't know, but she was like, wait a minute, and he white ghost face panics, like you said, like
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And yeah, I was trying to work through in my head the visuals of how he got the blood during like that moment. I mean, that's not something we could really talk about here, but I was like, like, ow, oops, sorry. Like, what do you mean? Like,
yeah, bro. Like, I wonder if it had maybe. Never mind. No, we'll talk off. We'll talk.
Okay, cool. Moving on, but yeah, that group therapy, it can work, but there's also peer pressure. Like, delete it. I thought she was gonna delete it, and he was gonna message back, and she's gonna be like, "Who's this?" So like, it could have been positive for her. It can be, or whomever needs that. But peer pressure is another thing.
Yeah, which I thought was pretty cool though. Also in that moment, because they was like, "All right, fuck that, let's go kill him." I'm like, yeah, that's the type of people that people need on their team. Like,
they started off so slow, bro. They were like, "You got 4 or 5 guys in here who care about you right now. Let's do it."
Yeah, bro. And my man got up and threw the lightning out of his sword, which that's one of his powers from the comic books. But I'm like, oh snaps! They was really ready. They was really with it. They was ready to ride out, bro. And I'm like, cool.
I'm playing with group therapy.
Nah. Yeah, but see that for people who go through these things, that's the point of the group therapy, is to find like-minded people and someone who, like, for myself, and this is personal, I've been through a group therapy session, a few of them. Long story short, and some of those relationships they still exist today. Um, and it was something that go walking in. I'm like, man, I just got to be here because they said I got to be here. Fuck all that shit. And then you get to hear like stories from other people, and they share their experiences, and then you realize like, yo, we're not that different. We may look different, and there's no judgment too. So that's another cool thing about group therapy. I think
Yes.
everybody should go. I think everybody should experience it at least once,
Yes.
twice if you.
Bro, stay out of my head.
But I definitely that moment. I don't know. I want to go into a yurt now.
Yo, the steam therapy, I was immediately like, I'm down. Like that's the first. I was those hurting for Yerton. Me too.
Right, but I've heard they also do like a well in the Native American culture. I do believe I can't speak for anybody, but they do something similar to that. But it's for a spiritual journey.
Oh, the aroma therapy smoke
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
So I'm like, I would like to do that, and you're supposed to be able to tap into, you know what? Yeah, the spiritual side of self, because we're all, you know what? As that's
Well, you know, that
theory.
might come back up considering the enemies and such we have and who's coming in the next set of Avengers. You know what I mean? So,
And yeah, so we'll discuss that on an episode if that's cool, and we can see if we can get some people to join us on there. But super cool thing,
group therapy
super
was
awesome.
great. Good
Yeah.
episode. Honestly, the only last bit I have is, damn it, Josh. That's it. That's all I can say about him. Just you sons of why, and you the leader. If you go back to the episodes, he's the one that was saying kill. I think I'm pretty sure. 99.
The comic books, the
Intelligent.
Yeah, those guys are the leader. That's actually his name. It's called the leader.
Oh, okay.
I
was like, huh?
It's all the supervillains with very who use their
Bad
minds.
games. Oh,
yeah. Like I think MODOK was one of them. I could be wrong.
Bro, no, I was thinking that the other day too, especially because I didn't get to actually watch the MODOK series.
Oh, I didn't either. Oh. But this the leader, the one guy, I can't remember what his name is, honestly. But he was in the 2008 Hulk movie at the very end. The blood from Bruce Banner's blood got onto him and warped his brain. He was already super smart.
I get that part. The son. Okay, were you about to say David Banner?
I was, because that was his original name.
Okay,
but then they changed it to Bruce, and David Banner, the rapper, actually got his name from the Hulk. So yeah,
I wasn't about to let it go. Couldn't do it. I was like, hold on.
I always used to get. I'm like, yo, this rapper's named David Banner, bro. He's a Hulk. And I'm like, oh, I was little.
Still though, that's dope. Like, that would have made me follow.
Yeah, bro. He was dope too. He still is dope.
Oh, absolutely.
Y'all got to check out his philanthropy. If whenever y'all watch this, y'all definitely got to check out his philanthropy, especially for people of color. And
I did not click that. Oh my God, don't freeze. Okay, I thought I accidentally hit end broadcast. I was trying to hit comment.
Oh no. But Josh is a piece of work.
Throw the whole man out. Throw the whole thing out. Gotta go.
Yeah. Not just that, but the ending cartoons.
Yeah, with oh my god, Cat, I love you. With shoot, there was a whole. I love the ending cartoons because they continue the conversations and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I already forgotten, but definitely stay tuned for all of those.
Yeah, the one was the eagle.
Oh,
Cause my enunciation is not here today. It's never here, but anyway, um, the eagle is in college.
you
You can see on the back of his thing,
we doing
and
Matadoring in the hallway, bro. That's so familiar. I was like, yo,
then there's a man dressed as a bull to make fun of him. So it makes sense that they can do all that. But one of the powers of Man Bull, I gotta say this because I thought it was funny, is he can sympathize with cows.
that's adorable and awful.
So when he's talking about how you look like one of the people, that have done these type of things to me, and you can see how that affects me.
I will admit I did a little in college. What? Like, are you serious?
Yeah. Oh, bro, we laughed out loud when we heard that, bro. It was so funny to me. But yeah, bro, that was pretty much it for.
I got nothing the rest of the episode, bro. It was just a lot of fun. Oh, one last thing, and we don't even have to answer. We can just show it and go. There was one scene when they were entering into the lot, his property, when he was walking through. Doesn't that remind you of a certain where a giant plane of mutant children would open up and fly out?
Mm-hmm. Or even just with that view, that aerial view, it looks like a Star Wars fighter.
Also that. But I was like, ain't no way he has Professor Xavier's old place just using it for therapy. That's a lot of land, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all I got. I'm running away. It's a great episode.
All right. Yeah, I enjoyed this one. I think there is 2 more episodes after this. We are still not.
It's definitely at least 2. They may add more.
Yeah, so. They should. It's just make a full season, 23 episodes.
Absolutely, I'd watch it. Just release them all at the same time though.
Yeah, so we can just. Or 18. The Flash does 18. The whole CW Arrowverse does about 18. Anywhere between, well, except for the pandemic season.
Yeah. Well, we say 24 because that's like anime.
Yeah.
24, 26 episodes.
I mean, they're only 30 minutes long and there's no commercials. So
yeah, disrespectful. Anywho. Wait. Can I do it? You know how we do. As always, we come with that good stuff, with the dopest content out there.
Yo, yeah. And just like that, thank you guys for tuning into another live stream from your boys here at the Dope Nerds Podcast. We might have some events coming up here soon. Maybe a Halloween bash in October. We have the family cosplay this year. If y'all can guess the theme.
Ooh. I like that. Guess the
theme. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. We have some stuff for people.
Yeah,
we didn't forget. It just takes us a while because we're funding this completely by ourselves.
Yep, them shirts are coming. Give it some time. That's my fault.
No, it's on everybody because I could have had them designed and just been waiting. But anyway, that's not. We're completely funding this out of pocket, so just bear with us. I know I keep saying this, but just bear with us. We'll get there eventually. But ladies and gentlemen, we are the. Wait, hold on, Hugh. You gotta tell them where they can find all this juicy, delicious stuff.
There's only like 18 different places. Like we got a Twitter. It's like nerds_dope with a Z and nerd_dope. I think there's a Facebook. It's like the Dope Nerds Podcast Official, and we also have a business page, which is the Dope Nerds. podcast. Matter of fact, we also have an Instagram. It is the Dope Nerds _podcast.
Yeah.
And y'all could comment there about how well I did. Give me a score, how long it took, what you think. And
before we, I'm sorry.
Are you good? You good?
Coolio passed away.
I was gonna say something, but I was like, this is weird to do at the end. But yes, a moment of silence for passing Coolio.
And prayers out to his family, especially from us here. He was a mainstay in our childhood, especially like Kenan and Kel.
It's a name in our homes, bro. Like he might as well have had a picture on the wall.
Or you say Kel and Kenan because Kenan be scheming, playing on a plot. Man, come on. Gangsta's Paradise. Right. It was definitely. He was definitely and it is an icon and someone who definitely helped push the culture forward. The culture of hip hop, and so big shout outs to him. So real quick, then we got some news. We got news coming up. We got an episode coming up this time somewhere that we want to give you guys. So just stay tuned for that. But ladies and gentlemen, we are the Dope Nerds.
Dope Nerds.
And as always, stay dope. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.